Yes. Okay, the recording has begun. Begin whenever you're ready.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace hath screened and stood between much heat and him. I'll sconce me even here, pray you, be around with him.
I'll run at you, fear me not. With joy, I hear him coming.
Now,
Polonius
Mother. Oh,
had
wait.
No,
behind the arras.
we passed. Yeah, you passed Hamlet's thing.
I think she's reading the subquotes.
Oh, I'm not supposed to read this one?
Do we want to read the subquotes?
I don't know.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay, you can keep going. You and Hamlet.
Okay. Now, Mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, too, has thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why? How now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forget me?
No, by the rude, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, and sit down. You shall not budge. And you go not till I set you up a glass, where you may see the most inmost part of you.
What will to do? To will not murder me? Hell no. Hell ho.
What? Oh, help.
How now? A rat? Dead for a ducat? Dead.
Oh, I am slain.
Oh, me? What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this.
A bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
Has killed a king?
Aye, lady, it was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou foundst to be too busy in some danger. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace sit you down, and let me wringing your heart. For so I shall, if it be made of penetrable stuff. If damned custom have not brazed it so that it be proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done, that thou darst wag thy tongue, and noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, take off the rose from the fair forehead of an ancient love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dicers, oaths, oh, such a deed, as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a raspity of words. Heaven's face does glow o'er this solidity, and compound mass, with heated visage, as against the doom, it thou thought sick at the act.
I, me? What act that was so loud and thunderous and the index?
Look here upon this picture, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on this brow. A Persian's curls, the front of Jove himself, an eye like Mars, to threaten and command. A station like Herard Mercury, new lighted on a heaven's-kissed hill, a combination and a form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal, to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband. like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed, and batten on this moor? Ha! Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age the heyday in blood, it's tame, it's humble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step to this? Sense, sure you have, else could you have not have motion? But sure that sense is apoplexed. For madness would not err, nor sense to ecstasy was never so thralled, but it's reserved for some quantity of choice, to serve in such a difference. What devil wasn't that death, thus haven't covened you at hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sands all, or but a sickly part of one true sense could not mope. O shame! Where is this thy blush? Rebellious hell! If thou canst mutine in a matron's bones, to flaming youth let virtue be as wax and melt in her own fire. Proclaim no shame when the compulsive adorer gives the charge, since frost itself as actively doth burn, and reason ponders will.
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Truth turns my eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grand spots as will not leave their tints.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an esteemed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying, and making love over the nasty sty.
Oh, speak to me no more. These words, like dagers, enter in my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part of teeth of your precedent lord, a vice of kings, a cutpurse of the empire and the rule, that from a shelf of a precious diadem stole and put it in his pocket.
No more.
A king of shreds and patches, save me, and hover o'er me with your wings, you heavenly guards. What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come your tardy son to chide? That lapsed in time and passion. Let's go by this important acting of your dread command. Oh, say.
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceit in weakest bodies, strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is it with you? That you do bend your eyes on vacancy, and with to incorporeal hair do hold discourse forth at your eyes, your spirits willingly peep, and as the sleeping soldier in the alarm, you better hear like life and excrement start up and stand and end. O gently sown upon the head the heat and flame of thy distemper. Sprinkle cool patience wherein do you look?
On him. Look how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones, would make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest with this petitious act you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will want true color, tears perchance for blood.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all. Yet at all that is I see.
Nor did you nothing hear?
No, nothing, nothing but ourselves.
Why, look you there. Look how it steals away. My father, in his habit, as he lived. Look where he goes, even now, out the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain. This bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning and
Ecstasy? My pulse as yours doth temporarily keep time, and makes a healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Bring me to the test, and I matter will reward, which madness would gamble for them. Mother, for love or grace, lay not that fathering unction to your soul, that not your trespass, but my madness speaks. It will but skin and film the ulcerous place, while rank corruption, mining all within, infects unseen. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past. Avoid what is to come, and do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them ranker. Forgive me, this is my virtue. For the fatness of this pursy times, virtue itself of vice must pardon beg. Yea, curb and woo for leave, and do him good.
oh Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart and twine.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it, and live the purer with the other half. Good night, but go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue, if you have it not. That monster custom, who all sense doth eat, of habits devil, is angel yet in this, that to use the actions fair and good, he likewise gives a frock or livery that aptly is put on. Refrain tonight, and that shall lend a kind and of easiness to the next abstinence. The next more easy, for use almost can change the stamp of nature, and either master the devil or throw him out with wondrous potency. Once more, good night, and when you are desirous to the blessed, I'm blessing beg of you, for this same Lord. I do repent, but heavens hath pleased it to do so, to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him, and will answer well the death I gave him. So again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. This bad begins, and worse remains behind. One word more, good lady.
What shall I do?
Not this, by no means that I bid you. Let the bloat king tempt you again to his bed. Pinch wanton on your cheek, kiss you his mouse, and let him for a pair of richy kisses, or paddling in your neck with his damned fingers. Make you ravel all this matter out, that I essentially am not in madness, but mad in craft. There were good you let him know, for who that but a queen, fair, sober, wise, would a paddock from a bat gib such dearing concerns hide? Who would do so? No, in despite of sense of secrecy, and peg the basket on the house's top, let the birds fly, and like the famous ape, try conclusions in the basket creep, and break your own neck down.
Be true assured. If words be made of breath and breath of life, I have no life to breathe. What thou hast said to me,
I must to England, you know that?
I had forgot. 'Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed, and my two schoolfellows, whom I will trust as I will aiders fanged, they bear the mandate, they must sweep my way, and marshal me to knavery. Let it work, for 'tis the sport to have the engineer hoist with his own petter. Ain't shall go hard, but I will delieve 1 yard below their minds, and blow them to the moon. O 'tis most sweet when in one line two crafts directly meet. This man shall set me packing. I'll lug the guts into the neighborhood room. My mother. Good night indeed. This counselor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, who was in the life of a foolish prating knave. Come, sir, to draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother.
I think we're done.